What's going on, guys? Chris here with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal in Palm Beach County, Florida. And that job you saw was from a realtor who found me on Nextdoor. And she's a local in my city. And throughout the service, she was super happy. She's like, I can't believe you guys are here right now. I just called you, yesterday at 2 o'clock, and you're here 12 hours later and on a Sunday morning. And I told her I try to be as convenient as possible. And she's just super, happy with us the whole time. She's like, you guys are my new favorite people, which is good to hear because I would love to have another realtor on the team, especially one local to me. And she even took a picture of us working. She's like, I'm gonna post this to all my social medias. And I was like, great, I'll do the same thing. And I'll go ahead and I sent her a review and I'll send her a thank you card to her office. Somebody asked me before how I do that, like how I find the realtors' offices. And I said, if I don't have a business card from them, if they're just like, hey, my name is so-and-so, but they never say where their office is, I'll just Google their name and put realtor after it. And then say you find a couple of listings, I'll find their Facebook and Instagram and try to compare it to make sure it's the most recent place that they've worked at. Because a lot of times realtors bounce around. And I'll even check their LinkedIn profiles, if anything. But once I find that, okay, this matches, I'll send a thank you card to the office and then just have it filed out to get sent to them directly. And that's how I found realtors. Someone asked me if I send it to their actual house address, and I was like, no, I'm not looking up their actual house address, just the office. Yeah, that job ended up being half a truck. So I ended up being $319 for that job. It took us less than a half hour. I gave her a $25 discount because she found me on Nextdoor, and I usually post coupons on there. So she didn't ask for the coupon, I just gave it to her, and she was super happy about it. And I only did it because she was a realtor. It's good to keep people like that happy. The event we went to yesterday was the 4th annual Real Estate Investing Expo in West Palm Beach, which is one of our more busy high-end areas. And overall, it was a pretty good event. It was definitely more geared towards investing, as the title says. But I brought my girlfriend with me because she's interested in doing investing in rental properties, which I would be included, obviously. But I did it more to network with other realtors because there was over 400 realtors there. So I made a few good connections, a couple of brokers, a couple of just general offices. Some that do inspections, some that did their whole business is around consulting and referring out people anyways. So definitely made some good connections. I'll be following up with them today by adding them to Facebook and Instagram, messaging them, it was great meeting you, and invite them to the business page. And then I'll also, a couple of them that I had a little bit more rapport with when I was talking, I will go ahead and probably email directly and ask to maybe meet up for coffee or for breakfast or lunch to try to build a little bit of a relationship with them to try to network a little better. So that's one of my goals this year, is to go to these events, meet people, and then do follow-ups to kind of get to know them a little bit better so I can build a more foundation of a team that I can use for business. So that's the game plan with that. Quick phone call. So the networking is a goal I'm obviously trying to do for this year. The other thing is, as far as January goes, my goal was to do 100,000 this year, which is 8,333 a month. I think right now I'm at 6,000, so a little under. It definitely died out after the second week of January, but it's the beginning of the year. It kind of is what it is, but at least I got close to it. And who knows, maybe I'll get something big tomorrow or before the 31st or 30th, however many days are in January. So not a bad start. And then I found out something recently, and maybe Andy Weiss will comment on my video and correct me if I'm wrong, but I recently learned that I think it's called a CPU board, the little green boards that you have in your computers and TVs that have all the little gold specks on it and wiring, those apparently are worth a lot of money because they have actual gold on it, titanium, aluminum, copper, all that stuff. And places will buy it, scrap it down, pull it apart, separate it. But I saw somewhere that let's say you had 100 of those, it could be worth up to $3,000. And I'm going to take a picture and then confirm it when I go to the scrapyard next. But I may start doing that with it's basically anything that has a screen, anything that's visual, TVs, monitors, anything with hardware electronically, anything with wiring, kids' toys, stuff like that. Anything that I'm going to throw away and scrap anyways, I'm just going to pop out real quick and make a whole container and bring it there and see if we can get paid a little extra money for it. But yeah, I could be wrong, but that's what I kind of read through an article. And that would be kind of a cool way to make some extra money. So I have to go help my girlfriend find a dog that got out, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.